Listen to this video real quick.
Have been, I know that on your Passover, which isn't mine, that a lot of little children do disappear, and I do know that, and I know a lot of police departments and agencies have been involved, but you're very open tonight. I'm very surprised that you're talking about the grand life, the little children that you put their blood in
He
the
said,
and that you eat it, sacrifice Passover. When was the point that anyway, he knows the and people didn't listen. People don't want to listen. We've been doing this for years since we take the children which is right, and we bring them to the basement of the synagogue where we drain the blood and watch them die there. It's very similar to how we do the that we do with the kosher ritual. And so we do that. And then we mix it with the Passover bread. And so we eat the blood of our enemies. And the bodies, we're not cannibals. So what we do is we take those because we can make some shekels. And we give them to the slaughterhouses. And those are pounds and pounds and pounds of meat that we grind up in the sausage and the hamburger. And that's why we made those the most popular things. Sausage for breakfast and hamburger for lunch. And so all the goyim are really eating their children. And even when we say this outright and tell you people, you don't believe it. So that's your problem. You know, I've got a question, and I
hold on. Let me check my badge real quick. So that was supposedly a whistleblower talking to you know who. Talking to you know who, and he specifically used the word goyim. Goyim. He chose to use that word, and he said they underlie the children. This is all for entertainment purposes, by the way. And he used the leftovers to make some kind of food for him and his people to do certain things with. RITUAS. With. And also, he said that somebody wrote a book about it and nobody believed it. And he said that he tells the people the truth and they don't believe it. You people owe the spirit of Michael Jackson an apology. Because y'all had the ability to stop all of this crap that's happening right now. And if I'm really being honest, y'all may not have had any chance of stopping it, but if y'all were a little bit more active, a lot of children could have been saved. This makes me very, very sad. Very, very sad. What's the point of having parents and guardians if they're just going to let you get kidnapped and not believe you, and not believe you, the children is coming up when you see things in the house and you tell them and they don't believe you? Just do research. Do research on the best thing to do for spiritual and supernatural encounters, because The parents of the older generations, they could have known better. The people who were living free of bills and work, they called them hippies and undesirables. Treated them like crap. Treated them like they didn't have rights. Feared them for their knowledge and their way of looking at the world. It's a shame. Some of these people who had knowledge, they may have went down the wrong path. Started their own cults and stuff. But that's not the reason for this video. The reason for this video is if your soul is telling you that the life you're living is wrong, listen to your inner voice.
Yo, V, check it. There's a site on the net out to smear the mayor, Weldon Holt. Well, the acting mayor, because, you know, he's up for re-election or whatever.
This motherfucker is literally telling the truth.
But
On a phone call.
never stops. Not for a minute.
It's crazy.
Anyhow, my client wants that site sucked into the
They're doing all this stuff. Children are going missing, women are going missing.
Need more info.
800,000 and climbing are going missing. Women, try to prepare as best you can. Men, try to prepare as best you can. You know what? To me, they're treating people like cattle. I've been streaming for a while, but I decided to make this video because it's pissing me off, man. I try to be as good-natured as possible and a good soul, and that's very, very hard. Like, if you're in America and you consider yourself woke, like you, out of all the stuff they got going on over here in America, if you can consider yourself woke and you somewhat know what's going on, you're a motherfucking superhero because they're poisoning the water, the air, and the food and everything to keep us asleep. If you manage to wake up in America, you're a goddamn superhero. And you deserve praise. It's really not easy. It's really not easy. They want you to be very, very dumb in America. Very docile. Let's see what this neurotoxin knife is hitting for. Double armor bet. Like, knowledge is free. Motherfuckers is over here miserable because they gotta go to work and they can't do what the fuck they want. And school have basically taught them to give up on their dreams. Like, motherfuckers got more than fucking 2 jobs sometimes and they still struggle. That's fucking crazy. That's ridiculous. I don't want to come off like, you know, it's hopeless, because it's not. Like, you do have a choice. There's a fucking choice. I don't give a damn what nobody say. It's a very fucked up world we live in, but I don't think it was meant to be this fucked up. I think it was made this way by the people in power, and it might even go back thousands of years. From the research I've researched, the Anunnaki left humans in charge who had their DNA. And those humans were the priest kings of old. And those and you know, I guess the Anunnaki lived 200,000 years. So, you know, being a hybrid of that, I'm pretty sure you share that time in their bloodline. So you might live, I don't know, maybe 100,000 years, maybe 50,000 years, maybe 10,000. You know, but you would share that bloodline, and you would benefit from those cultural norms and genetical traits that those beings would have. And I guess they're definitely family oriented. Like Anu is their king, and he left the earth and like everything on it to his sons. Could you imagine that? Your dad's like, well, son, here's the earth and everything on it. It's yours. All the women, all the animals, all the wealth. You guys got to share it though. And next thing you know, you find out that your sons are having a war and you can't get involved because you left it to them. I just wanted to see what the fuck kind of sniper rifle he was shooting me with, because I wanted it. This is alive down here. Talking all that shit, now you getting shot in the back of the head with a shotgun. Congratulations. Played yourself. Look at her leg. I mean, I'd be mad, but I'd be like, hey, she back. Who else is alive?
We nail one asshole to the wall and another rises up. And the poles.
Kill this
All
person.
It's fucking usual.
Sorry, Johnny, but I don't have time for your little anarchist revolution.
Yeah? Well, it'd be easier than slicing heads off a fucking Hydra. One more reason this city could use another nuke.
Shout out to the legendary Keanu Reeves, by the way. Pretty sure I killed everybody. Yeah, let's see what else is on Instagram.
Why this feels so scary and amazing for me. But I'm like, I'm looking up at the sky and I couldn't believe it. My son texted me, like, did you hear that? I'm like, yeah, what was that? It sounds like I was saying it sounded like a dumpster had got dropped from a helicopter. It was so intense, and I don't even think it was super close by me. That shit is scary. You know, they were on TikTok talking about how shook I was because a goddamn meteor hit in Northeast Ohio.
Meteor hit?
No, why this feels so scary and amazing for me?
Saving on tuition? Check this out, family. That's right. Your eyes is not being deceived. You are looking at a Smurf village in real life. Yes, that's right. The Smurfs, the cartoon we grew up on as a kid, is actually real, allegedly. And this is located in Yemen. And these Yemen people discovered this. They got a nickname for it. I can't pronounce it, but Inferno Grave. Shit is... Check this out, family. That's right. Your eyes is not being deceived. You are looking at a Smurf village in real life. Yes, that's right. The Smurfs, the cartoon we grew up on as a kid, is actually real.
Let's act this real quick.
We had a lot of dead Bigfoots on a certain side of the mountain that were covered up and recovered quickly by the U.S. government. We have black sites all over the place that are keeping this secret. A doctor who's a psychologist who has made contact, and this is what I know to be true. There are two different types of Bigfoot that roam around. You have the Janu, which starts with an X, X-A-N-U-E, and you have Traycon, T-R-E-Y-K-O-N.
Shit.
Here is the massive difference between the two. The Traycon were brought here by the Greys a long time ago to mine for minerals. When they were done with them, they left them here to breed, to fight, to eat us, basically. They will cannibalize us. A lot of the 411 missing that you see what going on that somebody else was just talking about, they will cannibalize lone hikers and they will bury them. They will never be found. From what I know, again, to be fact, the Traycon are very ugly. They are flesh and blood creatures. Now, the people that run into the Janu, these are the ones that talk. Okay, these are the ones that mind speak. They have a symbiotic relationship with trees. You have a council. I know this goes deep into the rabbit hole, guys. Stay with me. There is a council of 12. There are 2 on every continent except Antarctica because there are no trees. They can come to you as a Bigfoot, or they can be invisible, and you might see that go through the forest. But they will talk to you if you're a good person and they feel like you have something to offer or a value. They'll communicate with you or make themselves seen. And that blue, we had a lot of dead Bigfoots on a certain side of the mountain that were
talking about reptilians. The reptilian itself is so far-fetched to me. This is like the biggest fantasy you could write about. And yet you're here with a straight face telling me it's real.
I'm telling you that it's real. These reptilian people in positions of power are literally coming from another dimension.
Jesse doesn't buy it, but he's thrown for a loop.
Of course
when an
not.
alternative historian claims that U.S. presidents come from a reptilian bloodline.
I believe that too.
Barack Obama, George Bush, Bill Clinton, do they all come from this one bloodline?
That is absolutely true. That's coming from Burke's Peerage, which is the
I can't open
genealogical
this
research firm in the world.
Burke's Peerage is the definitive guide to royal family trees. Its research shows that nearly every U.S. president has ties to British and French royal families.
Say leave. The fuck else do I gotta do?
Sure, some are connected through distant cousins.
Get it, B. Just
What
got
does it
word
matter
that
if our leaders are actually reptilians?
In the big picture, we're hearing about global government today. And obviously, if all our hierarchy are reptilian,
So you mean to tell me the only way we can have a roof over our head is if we go to work?
Facts. You know, wasn't I just talking about this shit?
Like to guys.
What kind of world is this?
It's only if
And you motherfuckers are weird and crazy for believing this shit is
you mean to
normal.
tell me one day that we could eat and put food on the table.
These motherfuckers signed on to be slaves and y'all just okay with
The
it.
only way that we can
Got
have
food?
anything to
Oh shit.
survive is only if we go to work. Think about that. Really think about that.
You can't
The only
have
way we
shit
can
and
get
then
what
when
we
you don't
want
do what they
is
say, they
only
can
if we go
repossess
to
your shit.
work. That don't sound suspicious?
Especially if it's
That don't
something
sound
that's,
suspicious.
super valuable that they can use.
That don't sound suspicious to you. The only way to have necessities is only if we go to work. And the reason why I keep saying work is because jobs is really controlling us. Our job is controlling you, me, both of us. Because if we don't go to work, we don't have these things.
That's what I
And it's
just
crazy
said.
because it's like the way the whole system is set up, the system is set up for us to depend on the system.
Now it's time to bring out my UFO videos from 2013. And then it's right here. There's actually like a little projector. So this one is a projector UFO. You will never see UFOs in the daytime. Never.
Oh shit, wait.
Right? So this is one video. I mean, my man caught this in Vegas. He was just posting.
One of the world's dirtiest secrets is that the exterminated Jews in Nazi Germany were not considered real Jews. They were considered Khazar Russians and Eastern Europeans whose ancestors converted to Judaism in 740 AD
I
under
wonder
their
why
king,
they would
King
be
Milan.
considered
Their bloodline
that.
dates back to the Turkish tribes and to the powerful empire of Khazaria
Turkish.
that once controlled all of Russia.
Turkish?
Arthur Kessler, who wrote The 13th Tribe, claims that over
Really?
90% of today's Jews are racially non-Jewish and have no genetic relationship to the 12 tribes of Israel.
So could they just be saying that so that they can keep the money and the power that they stole?
One of the world's
I ain't say
dirtiest
no
secrets
names. This is
is
an
that the
Instagram video.
exterminated Jews in Nazi Germany
I ain't
were
say
not
no
considered
names.
real
I ain't
Jews.
say no
They were
names.
considered Khazar Russians and Eastern Europeans whose ancestors.
Have y'all seen what's going on in Texas? Crazy things all up in the sky. Zombie warnings at a courthouse in Texas. This video was recorded by this guy right here. And thank you to the girl that reached out to me and sent it to me. This is not a meteor, guys. You can see it going around in circles and doing all sorts of weird stuff. At the same time, they heard something all the way from Ohio to New York, they were saying. It was a loud, crazy boom.
Damn. You know what? I guess I'll just... I mean, I could do one more mission. As a matter of fact, the attention span in America is definitely lessened, so think that's it. I'll catch you guys later on my next video.